and probably are going to stay hot.
Pre-postseason predictions. Who you think it's going to be the teams to really watch? Not necessarily the top teams, but the teams that you're really going to pay attention to.
I'm going to, and I hate to say this, and it's only because I'm going to pay attention to them because I want them to suck and I want them to lose and I want them to not make it. Because the Mets, they are, I believe, one game or half a game behind the second slot. The Cubs are one of them too. The Cubs are always going to be on them because their division is kind of booty.
But the Cubs are a solid team.
Yeah,
though.
I mean, they won the World Series 2 years ago. You know what I mean? Like, of course, they're a good team.
I like the Cubs.
They're good. They're fun to watch. I don't even know if they're going to go in the wild card. I think they're just going to win a slot.
Yeah.
But I mean, those are pretty much the two teams. I want the Mets to suck, so I'm gonna pay attention to them, and I want the Cubbies to come out on top.
Word. Let's see what else we got going.
I mean,
let's talk about the nose. That nose.
Sanari.
All right, so if y'all don't know, there was a fight, UFC fight night over the weekend in Uruguay. Nothing really surprising as far as the outcomes. Shevchenko won via decision. So, whatever, right?
Yeah.
She's such a freaking monster. It's like MMA shouldn't knock the girl to the next dimension. But,
she didn't win by knockout?
No, she won the fight very dominantly, but it wasn't nothing to cry home about. It was just like she did her job as champion. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like she was supposed to win and she won. That's all that matters.
Gotcha.
But Mike Perry, a Florida boy, Mike Perry,
bro,
homeboy almost won the fight.
Did he get robbed?
He got robbed. In my opinion, he got robbed.
A lot of people were saying that. Yeah.
But I think he got robbed because of the damn knee. Because you know how it is. You could be, doing your thing at the fight. And all of a sudden, the judges, it's a close fight, and they look at the damage. They go, oh, this guy won. You know what I'm saying? But oh my goodness, man, Vicente Luke hit Mike Perry with the most vicious knee, bro. His nose was on his ear, bro.
That was disgusting, man.
Bro, and then he cut him with that guillotine, and you just saw the blood pouring out. Dude, the reports are saying that he went straight into surgery after the fight.
They should have stopped the fight. You don't think they should have stopped the fight?
I don't know.
Why?
Because if he's fighting back.
But his nose is hanging off.
It
looked like a booger.
I agree, but if they didn't stop that, look. There's a part of it. It's like, you're right. But he was winning the fight even with a broken nose.
Okay, so if somebody's eyeball pops out of their socket, then I'm going to stop the fight?
I hope they would. But
what's the difference?
I don't. The difference is your eyeball, the other one is your nose.
Obviously, the
one you can see, the other one you're just...
The geographic location on the face is different. I'm talking about as far as damage. It's a very important organ. You need that nose to breathe, especially during fights, because you're trained to breathe through your nose, not through your mouth, because you're going to get caught and break a tooth.
I don't know. It was insane though. It was an insane fight. It was a great fight. Mike Perry came up short. I know the guys he trains with, and let's just say they were upset.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people were upset about that. They thought they robbed him, and I'm gonna have to review the fight again because I only saw bits and pieces. So
yeah, but that was a big deal. His nose was to the side of his face. Jesus. Did you see all the memes though? That shit was fucking hilarious.
Of course it did.
Freaking looking like a freaking pug and shit.
That's horrible.
Oh man. Oh dude, Mike, get better soon, buddy. They're saying that he's gonna be out minimum 6 months before he can start contact. So we're looking for really like a year.
Yeah, that's a long time in MMA.
That's a long time in fighting, period.
Well, boxing does that more, but I mean these guys fight 5-6 times a year in MMA, you know what I mean?
Some guys do. Yeah, definitely a guy like Mike Perry. He's gonna be out for a while. He might never be the same either, so.
Yeah, man. I mean, were there any other good fights that night?
No, everything was kind of like subpar for what the UFC's been producing lately. And it's, like for a while earlier in the year, it was like every fight card was just fire. I don't know.
Yeah, because it's the beginning of the year and all the good people are fighting, so now...
Now it's kind of slowed down a little bit. We have a big fight card coming up this weekend, which we'll cover in just a second. But even then, that one top to bottom, you were really looking at the top to be kind of competitive with the rest of the cards of the year. But usually after 4th of July, it just has a little drop off till about December or so.
Kind of like baseball.
Yeah. So we have that. Do you have any boxing news, my friend?
Boxing news. Actually, this weekend, Virgil Ortiz from Grand Prairie, Texas, aka Dallas, Texas. Also a former, or I'm not sure if he's a former or still is a teammate of Errol Spence. He fought this weekend in Grand Prairie. Errol Spence was there to support his friend.
You know Errol Spence trains out of here in Dallas, right?
Right. At a GP, of course. And he was there to support Virgil. Virgil won by a tremendous fashion. I mean, the dude, body shots. I mean, he put the guy out 3 times 1 round and won this fight. I mean, it was just a different level of class, different level of power, different level of skill compared to the other gentleman. But they asked him a very good question, and I feel like I respected his answer. They asked him, do you want to fight Errol Spence? And his response, of course, I want to fight Errol Spence. However, I know that I have to get at least 25 to 26 wins under my belt in order for me to even be in that conversation. Giving Errol the respect, being the champ. And then that's when he mentioned that he was a former teammate of his until he got big enough and he was able to move camp. And he gave thank you to Errol Spence for actually being there during the fight to support him, and he really appreciated that. And that was I feel like that was very nice to support his fellow Dallas native boxer. So
awesome. NFL news, bro. Let's cover the Dolphins game because even though it's preseason, those are some pretty cool highlights.
First of all,
hold on, painting the picture. He's sitting up and put down the paper.
I put down the paper because I'm about to go hard right now. So let me get my thoughts. All right, number 1, football. You know it's back for one reason and one reason only.
Dollar.
Whenever Hard Knocks gets put into place.
Whoop! By the way, did you see how heavy they're editing fucking Hard Knocks?
Yes, of course.
Fucking because John Gruden cusses way more than he making him look like an angel, and he's a fucking demon.
Yeah, dude. 100%. He is a true coach. I mean, anybody that knows Gruden and has watched his highlights, mic'd up from the 90s all the way to now. I mean, yeah, he's a sailor for sure. But Hard Knocks is back, bro. There was the Raiders camp on there. I forget who else is on there. Because I missed last week's episode. I saw bits and pieces. I am going to catch up because tonight the second episode airs. That's how you know it's back. Bro, let me tell you something. Last week, bro, I think the last time there was more than 5 or 6 games airing in one time was probably during regular season football on a Sunday.
Word.
Last week on a weekday felt like a Sunday.
Shit.
I was able to switch through channels, watch all the teams. I mean, I'm gonna shoot you straight, bro. I was looking at the Browns. It was fun to watch the Browns. I mean, they put up points. Baker Mayfield came in here through a freaking touchdown pass to Hollywood Brown on the first drive, just basically picking up where he left off last year and showcasing what's going to happen this year, bro. They are predicted to be number 1 in the NFC North. I'm sorry, AFC North.
Let's calm down with the Browns talk because it's still the fucking Browns.
I don't know. It ain't the Brownies, bro. It's the freaking dog pound right now.
Yeah, I mean it's preseason, so let's calm down with all this shit.
All right, bro. That's all I'm saying.
Look, I'm not rooting against them, but I'm just saying let's give them realistic expectations.
Yeah.
Let's go. A 10-6 season is not bad.
No, it's not. But I don't know. I think
that gets them in the playoffs in their division, puts them in a decent seat, maybe contending for the Super Bowl. But let's not give them a fucking undefeated season yet. So let's just give them. Let's give them a second.
The Dolphins put a curse on the whole NFL. Nobody will ever go undefeated and win the Super Bowl. Nobody will ever do that. The Patriots couldn't do it. That was the only team that probably should have done it, and they didn't because
the Giants. Thank you very much, by the way.
Eli Manning, you're the best.
I'm not a New York fan, but I am a Giants fan. So,
especially Eli Manning fan for sure. Yeah, man. The Browns look spectacular. I was able to watch Kyler Murray in his debut in the NFL with the Cardinals as the first round. For me, he's the first overall pick, bro. Quarterback. Yeah. This man is 5'10", bro, built like Doug Flutie, and his arm like Dan Marino. His release is just like Dan Marino. His control, his accuracy. I think you have to actually watch this man the way he throws. And sure, I think he went like 6 for 7.
Yeah.
on his opening drive, and he got sacked. But you know what? It's a spread offense, and people were criticizing him. Oh, why are you glorifying this guy? He's only throwing for like 6, 7, 8 yards. But that's the offense. It's called the spread.
Spread, West Coast.
That's how
it's very similar. Yeah,
that's how Tom Brady got all his rings, bro. That's that offense, and of course, that's what they were doing. But you spread the ball, and then you.
You know, I hate that about hardcore NFL fans. When you got these college guys who are great quarterbacks, right, that are used to running the spread or this like West Coast style offense, pro style offense, which is
that's what OU ran where he played.
Where you know they're throwing for less than 10 yards. It's about the first down. It isn't about the bomb. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But NFL, at least in the last 20 years, they're so used to people stepping back 6 seconds in a pocket and chucking it, which is a great highlight. Yeah, but it doesn't always win you games.
No. I mean, it wins you game if you got no choice, but the hell...
It wins you games if you're Drew Brees. How's that?
Jesus. We should have had him.
Or Aaron Rodgers.
Stupid Miami doctors. I'm like, why you do that? Bro, I mean, the Cardinals are the Cardinals right now, right?
Word.
They have David Johnson on there. They're a great running back. He's probably going to do 1,000 rushing, 1,000 receiving yards.
Yeah.
And then they have a good quarterback. That's the difference between last year and this year, which the last quarterback was Josh Rosen, and guess where he's at now?
Bum, bum, bum.
Last week, he had a pretty good preseason opener.
I mean, yeah, I think both of our guys had pretty good games.
I think he won like 17 for 25 or something like that.
He threw 2 picks, though.
Yeah, but he threw 195 yards. He also threw for 3 touchdowns. I mean, it's not...
So if you do the math, he threw for 1 touchdown and still threw for like 75 yards.
This is what I'm trying to say.
Not bad.
This is what I'm trying to say. It's an average quarterback for NFL. Nothing less than Ryan Tannehill would have done. Which...
I think we have a better one at this point.
Ryan Tannehill balled out on his debut with the Titans, bro.
Fuck him. I don't want to know.
Can you believe that?
I want to cry.
Bro, he balled out.
I want to cry. Because Miami, instead of fucking investing in him, which I understand. Look, listen, I get it.
They gave him 6 years, bro.
I know they did, but fuck. You draft a guy in the first round. Instead of giving him what he needs to succeed, you get him a piece of shit offensive line, which... Mind you, when Mike Pouncey was healthy, he was probably one of the best offensive lines on the fucking planet.
Well, 12 years ago, yeah.
Right? But you don't give him the offensive line he deserves. You take away his weapons for a year, and then you expect him to produce like a Pro Bowler?
You get rid of Jarvis Landry. You get rid of J.J. Ajayi mid-season. He goes on to another team, wins it. There's a lot of complaints on Dolphins fans. Trust me.
Like the only... Here's the thing. And I'm not saying... This is... I guess this is the complaint of every Dolphins fan every fucking season since 1972. It's we draft people, then we get rid of them. It's like we're like the developmental team for the NFL.
Yeah, just like baseball. Same exact reason that we have that. Anyways, getting me hyped up, bro. Chill.
No, it's fucking football season. Get hyped up.
I thought you were gonna hit me, bro. Jesus, goodness gracious. Take it easy there.
Get froggy, nigga. Jump.
About to leap. Bro, it was amazing last week to be able to watch all those football games. Another team that I saw, let me see, I saw the Browns, Ravens, Lamar Jackson. Yeah, he went in for a little bit, nothing crazy. I'm more excited for him to watch him compete for the number 1 spot there in for the division against the Brownies.
So, yeah.
Baker Mayfield against Lamar Jackson for the NFC North spot there.
Yeah. What I'm surprised is going into the season, at least after the first week, in our division in the AFC East, right?
Why are we talking about this?
Because it matters. What I'm surprised is that the Patriots are so low in the rankings after coming off of winning a Super Bowl.
Because Tom Brady's 42.
It's fucking Tom Brady.
It's like you automatically lose all credibility of being a good quarterback the moment that you enter your 42nd season. Why? Well, your 42nd year of life as a quarterback. Why?
Because you're old.
Because nobody has ever done that before. So,
Brett Favre, but he almost won a Super Bowl at 42.
Well, he was 41.
Tom
Brady's 42. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
It's ridiculous.
Brett Favre looked like he was 60 when he was 41.
But he was still running and gunning, though.
Tom Brady looks like he's 30, bro.
Running a faster 40 than when he was.